Good afternoon, I'm Vaal. You're watching MediaPlex Live at 1. At least 2 people have been killed this morning after a shooting in a central Michigan's university dorm. According to Michigan State Troopers, a tweet from the university police has confirmed the fatal shooting took place at Campbell Hall this morning. Those killed were not students. It was believed to have started from a domestic altercation. Reporter Shibangana Vishwanathan spoke with a student currently in lockdown at the university library. Military-style security vehicles are on campus at this time. The suspect has been identified and is still at large. This is a developing story. For updates, visit themediaplex.com. The Ontario Federation of Schools Athletic Association Championships made a splash this week in a pool of swimmers and visitors that filled the downtown core during its 2-day event. Gillian Toman has more.
Windsor International Aquatic Centre welcomed more than 2,500 athletes from 360 high schools participating in the event. It's also the first time the swimming championship was streamed live and garnered close to 7,000 views from 26 countries.
Those are all family members and friends of the swimmers, and it's just really cool that we gave that ability so that everybody could watch it a little bit everywhere, and what quite the advertisement for Windsor at the same time.
Parent says swimming is one of the few all-inclusive sports, and making adjustments to mimic Toronto's classification process for high school students has allowed for more opportunities for youth competitors.
That opened the door up for a lot of para-athletes, which I'm really proud of that one, just because I think
we apologize for that technical error. We're now going to the report from Michigan State University.
I looked out the window, and as soon as people got the call, I saw people running, indoors to try to find a place to be that wasn't just outside in the open.
Sorry, that was Central Michigan University. Ontario recently faced a minimum wage hike. Statistics Canada reports that the province alone has shed almost 60,000 part-time jobs in January 2018. JobShop is a hiring agency that organized a hiring event on March 1st to help address the unemployment. Reporter Harshpal Singh was there and has more.
I'm here at the WFCU Centre to check out the hiring event organized by the JobShop.
Raising minimum wage has created challenges for both employers and employees. The rise in the minimum wage has led to an increase in the unemployment rate amongst people. JobShop and its staff works to provide a solution for those.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of our clients. We are currently ramping up recruitment efforts as we have a lot of new opportunities available, both full-time and part-time. So we have had 2 job fairs thus far and have additional hiring events scheduled for the upcoming weeks.
International students can also benefit from the program.
I'm an international student. I just came in January and I'm still looking for the job, and I heard from someone about the JobShop and the fair today they are gonna make. So I'm really looking forward to work through the JobShop.
People who got a job through JobShop were more than happy to share their views.
JobShop is doing well for me, and they are updating the shifts regularly. They have an application when to work, and that application is really good, and we can take the shifts through that application.
If you missed the March 1st event, check the JobShop's website for future dates.
For MediaPlex News, I'm Harshpal Singh.
It's called the greatest show and tell on earth, and Windsor launched its own version of the world-renowned Maker Faire for the first time this Saturday. The original Maker Faire started back in 2006 in San Francisco. It provides a platform for anyone from scientists to hobbyists to show off their experimental projects and share what they've learned.
This one brings all of the different crafts and makers together all in one space, so there's a huge variety.
School robotics programs were vying strongly to grab hold of youngsters' interest to guide them towards the mastery of robotics. They start the prospective engineer out easy. After mastering the basic nuts and bolts, it's off to Villanova Wildcats robotic team stall for the first robot, a bristlebot.
To make your bristlebot, you need a toothbrush head, a motor, and a battery. In order to complete the circuit of the motor, you need to connect the red wire of the motor to the positive side of the battery and the blue wire to the negative side of the battery.
The vibrations of the motor causes the brush head to start moving. It's the pipe cleaner design that determines how successful the robot will navigate the race course. After being able to compile these basic building blocks of robotics, they graduated to the next level. A student can join the high school robotics program without any previous knowledge. First Robotics, a non-profit educational organization, sets a game challenge for the teams in January.
The student will gain hands-on experience by touching the robot, programming it, wiring it, and designing it.
This year's game is called Power Up, where robots must climb and stack cubes. These machines have real-world applications, which the students then put into practice in competitions. To guide students towards career opportunities in the field, the CAD/CAM and industrial programs at St. Clair College offer mentoring services to help them design and build components for their robots.
We'll go out to the high schools. We'll say, yes, this is a CAD/CAM project, a CNC project. This is a 3D printable project. Come over to the college, we'll help you manufacture those components for your robots.
And the payoffs are usually well worth it.
To be honest, I didn't think it was going to be this popular, so we're just thrilled that it's been this successful, and the intent is to do it every year.
I'm Baldassi for MediaPlex Live at 1. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. These are the words from Windsor Police Service as we head into Fraud Prevention Month. Reporter Srida Varanasi spoke to Constable Andrew Drulard to find out more.
And these people use different tactics. There's phishing scams that they send out emails. There's phone spoofing where they can make their phone number look like it's the actual agency, that it's actually coming from the Windsor Police, that it's actually coming from your local police agency, that it's coming from the Canadian Revenue Agency, when in fact they're just using a device or a program to make their phone look that way. And same with the emails. Often if you click on the email, you can see that it's this big, long, many characters of numbers and letters, and oh, that's obviously not from Apple or Microsoft or the CRA. You know, there's all these extra characters, and that just doesn't look legitimate. So if you feel like there's something in regards to your taxes, call the Canadian Revenue Agency. Call these people directly. You look up the number, call that number directly. That's very important, I think, for people to realize.
And now let's check in with Sanjay Morrow as he revisits one of the most dangerous driving habits.
Distracted driving is not getting any better here in Windsor. Windsor police officers are stopping distracted driving offenders at the same frequency as they have in recent years. But if awareness of distracted driving is at a record high, why haven't traffic stops decreased? Sergeant Steve Betteridge says that the temptation to check a smartphone is just too strong.
It's an interesting offense to police, and what I mean by that is the officers have to be able to see it kind of as it's happening.
And for one St. Clair College student, the consequences of distracted driving hit close to home.
Another friend, he got hit by a car. He survived that one. The driver also texting and driving and also talking to the passenger.
According to the Canadian Automobile Association, about 1/4 of all car crashes involve phone use, including hands-free devices. And according to the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety, drivers engaged in interactions with mobile devices are up to 8 times as likely to be involved in a car crash. Betteridge reminds drivers that distracted driving is not just limited to texting.
There's been charges of somebody in their vehicle shaving, somebody in their vehicle as they're reading a newspaper and operating the vehicle.
Windsor Police Service remains optimistic that awareness education will decrease instances of distracted driving.
And of course, that optimism does come with many doubts as to if awareness education really does work. Now, I spoke with Windsor Police Service just a few hours ago. They gave me their updated numbers on distracted driving infractions, and it seems as if they are trending last year and the same this year. Bernard?
Thank you, Sanjay. Windsor Essex broke a warm weather record on Thursday with a maximum temperature of 16 degrees. That was enough to top the previous record for February 28th of 13 degrees, which was set just last year. But temperatures have dropped now, with heavy snowfall averaging 15 centimeters for Windsor. A weather warning was issued, so drive with caution. Today is still a bit frosty, but with stable conditions and a clearing sky with a high of 3. Tomorrow will be mainly sunny and warm with a high of 6. Today will be cooler with a high of 3. Into next week, be ready to see another drastic weather change as snow will move through the week. I'm Vaal for MediaPlex, live at 1.